after George Floyd experienced the modern-day lynching on 38th in Chicago, right here in your city. And everybody, as you've seen throughout the country and throughout the world, has responded in full. And it's for a reason. And you're here for a reason as well. And it's most likely for the same reason that Summer was out there putting it on the line for 6 weeks as well. And unfortunately, being active, protesting, and inconveniencing power, rank, and privilege can come at a cost. It can cost you time. It can cost you energy. It can cost you your mind. And in some cases, like Summer, it cost their life. And so today, we're here to honor Summer, to honor the cause that they stood for, and to show Seattle that we stand with them and that we commemorate Summer's memory with this march today. Again, as I say, we want to keep it as tight as possible as we march forward, and do not straggle off to the back, because we want to keep everybody as tight as possible. All right, 1 second.
And I really appreciate everybody else that co-hosted this on Facebook, from Black Lives Matter, Twin Cities, CARE, Twin Cities Coalition, Justice for Jamar, everybody. There's so many people that came together for this, so thank you. But also, Jay made a great point that this is not for funsies. This is not something to show up and it's not a fashion show. This is not just a one-day thing. And this is also the first time that I think that we're bringing this to Uptown. And we've done it in a lot of communities that are experiencing that same vulnerability that Jay talked about, that are experiencing negligence from their city, that are experiencing being abandoned by their city. And right now, we're standing in a community that's pretty damn privileged. We're standing in a community that doesn't necessarily may not feel that they have to show up. We're standing in a community that may have the power, rank, and privilege to just stay at home, stay in the living room. But this is going on 6 weeks now, and this is not going to stop.
No.
And the reason why it doesn't stop is because people like yourself keep showing up. You keep showing up. And I said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. For a lot of people, this is your first time showing up. This is your first time being here. And as a person that used to work as a paraprofessional in schools, I can't tell you how many kids didn't have the opportunity to not show up. You deal with a 4-year-old, a black 4-year-old, holding his scissors, threatening to kill you. You know that where they're from and what they experienced is traumatizing, and they have no choice in showing up or not. It's their life. Okay? It's their life. And when you sit in the isolation rooms, when you sit in the special ed rooms, when you sit in the resource rooms with all these children that have been traumatized, re-traumatized, abandoned, bounced from school to school to school, that's what we're showing up for. You're coming here for people who have had a lifetime of experiencing this. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, lean into it. Because the march that we're going to take is a very, very historical one. This is one that has not been done here. This is something that has not been done in this city. And I think a lot of people sit on Lake of the Isles or Demacaska, and they may think that they don't have anything to do with this, but they have a lot to do with this. Actually, they are part of the problem. They may even be just the problem. That type of apathy, that passivity, that type of complacency, that's what Minneapolis is bred on. I was born in New Orleans, where they wave Confederate flags, and at least you can have a conversation about it. And say you're racist, oh, why? Well, this is that and the third. It's tough to have that conversation here because people say, well, no, I'm not racist. But yeah, you are. Well, no, I'm not. So it's a complete dismissal of any accountability. And today, that's what we're bringing to this neighborhood, accountability. And as we go about this journey, we meet a lot of different people. We kind of, as we go on this awakening in this journey, we meet a lot of new people that we haven't met before. And organizing this, I'm meeting a lot of people, from the marshals to the bikers to the medics to the interpreters. And one person I met in particular that I was extremely inspired and motivated by set up a massive march for Breonna Taylor. And I don't want to say anything more because Alicia's presence speaks for itself, but I want to bring up the next speaker, Alicia Arline.